Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Sword Brothers channel, and this is my review of the Converse Chuck Taylor All-Star Flyease. So Flyease is what Nike uses in their shoes for people that are disabled, and Nike makes these shoes for people that can't like tie shoes on their own. So sometimes they have like a strap, and sometimes they have a really cool like zipper design so that the shoe is overall very easy to put on. And I was always very interested in those designs just because I love shoes that are really easy to put on, right? And they finally came out with a hands-free shoe that you don't even have to bend down to put on, right? So this is what they came out with. I don't know why they didn't put it in a Nike shoe. They put it in the Converse, right? They had that shoe that kind of like bent upwards or downwards and then you put your foot in, but this is a completely different system. If you guys do want to cop, I'll leave an affiliate link in the description box. It's going for 90 bucks, which is a pretty good price, and there are 3 colorways available. There's a black one, a white one, and of course this one. I wasn't a huge fan of the orange color, so I got this colorway. But yeah, again, links are below, but let's get started off with the tracciones, and the traction is very similar. I mean, it's a Converse outsole, right? So we have the squares within the square here in the forefoot. It says Converse All-Star here in the middle of the outsole, and then same pattern here in the heel. Good grip, it seems pretty durable as well, so there is the outsole. As far as the heel to toe transition goes, it is a little clunky here in the heel. As you guys can see, it's basically a 90-degree angle, right? So it's kind of clunky. There's no compression from the midsole either, so that doesn't feel too nice. But here in the forefoot, there is a nice curved shape, and look at that, super flexible. So heel to toe transition overall is pretty smooth, but a little clunky here in the heel. Of course, heel to toe transition isn't super important for like casual shoes, and that's what this shoe is. But I feel like, you know, I don't like shoes that are super clunky, like boots or like Timberlands or something like that, just because it just like clunks and it's not very comfortable. I like to have a very smooth heel to toe transition for me personally, just because it's a little bit more comfortable and smooth to just walk around in. So there's that. Moving on to the cushioning setup. So it's nothing special. As you guys can see, there's really no midsole. Here in the heel, this part like kind of wraps around, and this feels like a rubber material. It doesn't feel like plastic, which I thought it was at first. It's a rubber material, and it's basically translucent. And then here in the forefoot, it's a rubber, right? So there's really no midsole exposed, but they are using CX foam, which, yeah, I tried it in their other kind of like Converse model and it wasn't nice. I don't know if it's because the CX foam isn't nice, like it's not soft or comfortable, or if it's because it's so damn caged, right? But either way, in this shoe, it's not, the cushioning sucks. You know, it's super stiff. Yeah, even for the step and comfort, like right underneath your foot, the cushioning isn't that soft either, right? So for the insole's all right though, right? It's the same kind of color. It's like this orange color, and there is a little bit of give, but it just feels like overall a little bit softer than an Ortholite insole. And of course, the stroll board is like, it's a stiffer stroll board. There is a little bit of give to it. So I mean, step and comfort isn't terrible, but don't expect all too much from this cushioning setup. You do feel low to the ground though. It's not like super high up or anything. But overall, it's a pretty stiff cushion. All right, now moving on to the material. So they're using a stretch canvas. So I'm guessing they're using like normal canvas materials, but with maybe like a spandex material kind of like woven into this stretch canvas to make it have a little bit more stretch, which feels nice, right? So here in the toe box, we have a little bit of fuse, or actually pretty much covers the entire toe box, right? And the toe box is tiny. Look at that. So the fuse is covering the toe box and also the eyelets here. And then for the most part, the stretch canvas feels nice. You know, it's thin, like super thin. It conforms to your foot extremely well. And then for the tongue is actually attached to like the material. You know, it's not an independent tongue, or it's not even a half booty construction tongue. It's actually stitched here. So the tongue doesn't really move at all. And also for the laces, we have like flat laces, and it actually came like this. It's not laced to the last eyelet, which, I mean, you don't really even need laces for the shoe. It's more just like an aesthetic, you know. I feel like shoes that don't have laces kind of look weird. Laces just look better in my opinion, right? And then here in the back of the shoe, we have what they're calling, like, so here it says heel lock technology, right? And this plastic piece is just like an external heel counter, but then look, it bends down a lot, right? So this part bends in a lot. And I don't really know how they got away with making this shoe, just because there is another shoe company that does this. It's called Kizik's, and I also did review this shoe, and I absolutely love this. Like, I wear this shoe all the time. It's pretty damn dirty, and I love how it looks. It feels super comfortable. The foam is actually softer. Like, whatever foam they're using here, there's a good amount more compression than, of course, the Converse, right? But the system is very, very similar, right? So here in this shoe, this plastic material is actually underneath this leather material. So it still does bend down, but it's really easy to put on. And same thing with this shoe as well. I mean, look, my dog destroyed this shoe, but I wear this shoe like pretty much every single day. Like when I have to go out to walk my dogs, I have the shoe like right in front of my door, and I don't even have to bend down to put it on, right? And it has this like same plastic kind of cage, and it bends down so that it's a lot easier to put this shoe on. And that's what this shoe has as well. This is the Flyease technology, right? So it's hands-free. It's completely hands-free, right? So there's shoes, for example, like the NMD or Ultra Boost, which are super easy to put on just because they're like socks, and you just kind of like open the material up, but still you have to like grab the shoe, open up the material, and then slide your foot in, right? For the All-Star Flyease and also the Kizik's, you just leave it on the ground, put your foot in, and it just slides in. And it's very, very convenient. I don't know if I sound lazy or something like that, but it's just like, you guys have to try it, right? It's just so convenient that I absolutely love this system. And also another good thing about it is that once this comes down, your foot goes in, your heel doesn't like slip out at all ever, right? It just stays inside of the shoe. But also it's a really easy shoe to just slip off, right? You just like put your other foot here and then just slide your foot out, right? But if you're just walking around, the heel lockdown still feels really, really nice. So yeah, it's a very similar system to the Kizik's, and Kizik's has it patented. So I wonder if it's more like maybe it's just a different design. I guess it is a pretty different design, right? As far as the cage goes, but the overall system is very, very similar, and the functionality, right? But anyways, yeah, this is a great system, and I absolutely love it. It's great because disabled people can wear the shoes, you know, without having to tie their shoes. And also, it's good for people or lazy people like me, I guess, right? It's just, you guys have to try it. I absolutely love these shoes, and I wish every shoe was like this, and hopefully they come out with like cooler designs. I mean, or maybe better colorways, just because I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't a huge fan of like the orange in the outsole, but this colorway is pretty damn clean. Moving on to the fit, it fits like a regular Converse, so super long and very, very narrow, right? So I went true to size, and there is a good amount of length, but then like it's super narrow, so I don't think, like if I went down half a size, I feel like it would be way too narrow, right? So if you know what size you are in Converse, you should probably go the exact same size in the Flyease model as well. And if you have a wide foot, yeah, probably stay away from Converse shoes, you know, just because they're all usually super narrow. All right, moving on to the weight. This shoe, I don't think it's gonna be like that heavy. Yeah, so 10.8 ounces. Let's compare it to the Kizik's. This is gonna be way lighter. Yeah, 9.45 ounces, and the leather pair is 8.96 ounces, right? So, I mean, yeah, this shoe definitely feels kind of heavy, especially bottom heavy, just because all of this rubber here underneath your foot and like caging the midsole. So it definitely feels a little bit heavier than the Kizik's, but it's not like super heavy. It's a Converse, right? And moving on to the ventilation. Ventilation isn't the best, right? There's really no airflow through this like stretch canvas. A very, very minimal airflow, but like I said, it's a pretty thin material, so it doesn't keep it in heat that well. And it's just like a regular Converse, you know, it has okay ventilation. Moving on to the aesthetics, I like it. I feel like this external heel counter makes the shoe overall look kind of weird. You know, I feel like if they did it kind of like the Kizik's, where they can put this plastic piece inside of the material, it would be a lot more like low-key, and it would look a little bit better than this. You know, like I don't really like the external heel counter like on the outside of the shoe as much. But other than that, I mean, it's just it's a Converse, right? It looks very similar to the Converse, I guess, besides also the translucent outsole here in the heel. But overall, I do like this colorway. So tell us what you guys think of the aesthetics down in the comment section below. So wrapping things up, they did it right. I love this Flyease system. There are a few things that I would change though. Like I said, put this here inside of the shoe just to make it a little bit more like minimal, like as far as the design goes. Make the cushion more comfortable. You know, you guys have React. Converse is owned by Nike, and they can use React foam. Maybe a drop in React or something, right? give us a nice comfortable foam, and that's it. You have the most convenient and most comfortable shoe ever. That would be awesome, right? So Nike or Converse, you guys want to make another model of this, please improve upon the cushion. But other than that, I absolutely love this shoe, and I've been wearing it, and I wear it out a lot just because it's a clean looking shoe as well, right? So I 100% recommend it to you guys. It's 90 bucks. And just, you guys have to try it out. I love this Flyease system, and I want you guys to try it out. It's amazing. But anyways, that about concludes my review of the Converse Chuck Taylor All-Star Flyease. Again, if you guys do want to cop, I'll try to leave an affiliate link in the description box. If you guys do want to get this, try out the Kiziks. Right, the Kiziks are also really nice. I wear these like all the time. So again, links are below, but that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.